In roughly 72 hours, NASA will make history, blasting its mega moon rocket into space. It's the first phase of the Artemis I mission. Artemis is a brand new program meant to pave the way for humans, including the first person of color and woman to go to the moon and beyond. It's the first of its kind launch in the U.S. since the Apollo program in 1972, and it signals a new chapter in space exploration. That's why we're excited to talk to NASA astronaut Raja Chari about the most powerful rocket and its mission. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much, Mitch. Happy to be here. You're absolutely right. It's a very exciting weekend as we look towards Monday morning launching Artemis I.
Well, it just seems like an exciting time to be in NASA and space exploration. Between the Webb telescope and new moon missions, has there ever been a better time in this century to be part of NASA?
I don't think so. I mean, we've got, between Artemis, Orion, with the CST-100, the Dragon vehicle, we've got 4 vehicles all in development. As you mentioned, the Webb telescope, it is just a great time for space exploration as we've low Earth orbit's definitely not easy, but we're seeing the private market fill low Earth orbit, and that's allowing NASA to now move on towards exploration of the moon, going there to stay with Artemis, and then eventually towards Mars.
Oh, I forgot. We sent a little helicopter to Mars to take pictures, too. That's not bad. Now, let's talk about the Artemis mission. How long is it going to last, and how long will it take a spacecraft to reach the moon?
So with this, the mission starts on Monday morning at 8:30 Eastern. It's about a 2-hour launch window, and it's going to go about 40-ish days. And so we're testing out. It's first and foremost a test flight, and so we are really pushing the vehicle to its limits. So there could be some surprises, and it's high risk like any other test. But basically, it'll test itself out first in low Earth orbit. We'll do a burn to put it's on the way to the moon. We'll park it around the moon, and then at that point, it'll go into what's called a distant retrograde orbit, which is testing that out for eventual human missions. And while it's there, it'll go further than any spacecraft's ever gone that's meant to carry humans in terms of distance from the Earth. And then it'll come back, and kind of the most crucial part, testing out the heat shield. So it's going to come back with more energy than anything meant for people has ever come back to the Earth atmosphere with. And so we got to test out the heat shield before we put people on it. And that's probably one of the highest risk areas of the test. And so all along the way, there's cameras on board, so people can go to nasa.gov and watch the inside of the vehicle, the outside of the vehicle, especially when it gets really close to the moon. I think there's going to be some pretty cool views and follow along as we learn and test out the vehicle.
I have so many questions because this is so cool, but you just mentioned higher temperatures than anyone's ever faced. Are we seeing higher reentry temperatures than 50 years ago?
Right. So the vehicle's bigger and it's moving faster. And so, yeah, absolutely. So there's not a test facility that exists on the planet that we can actually test out the energy that we're going to see when it comes back to the atmosphere. So that's why we have to test it. We have to flight test it. It gets really complicated to model that level of heating and complexity and speed. So yeah, absolutely. It is about 50% bigger than the Apollo capsule. And we use that space to put a 4th person on board. So eventually there'll be 4 people on Orion.
I understand that part of the goal here is to figure out how to put a base on the moon that can eventually launch something to Mars. Now, why would it be so much easier to launch to Mars from the moon rather than launching from Earth?
So that's a good, insightful question. And the reason Earth is so massive, you send so much propulsion, the giant rocket that we're looking at, all that gas is to get out of the gravity field of Earth. So once you fight your way out of that, it's a lot easier to take off from the moon. So one of the cool things about this orbit is it puts us in a polar orbit at the moon. And the real big difference between Artemis and Apollo is, like you said, we're going there to stay. And to be able to stay, we need to use moon resources to get to Mars. And so the polar regions, we know there's water there. We don't know what the quality of that water is. So the quicker we can get there and figure that out, that will help us learn how to use the resources there. But yeah, if we can find water, find resources, we can build the propulsion fuels on the moon and then get to Mars with a lot less energy.
Man, it's been 50 years since we've been up there, and we are going back on Monday. That's Raja Chari. He's a NASA astronaut, and we're excited about this. Thank you. Also, we're excited about this, too. NewsNation's Brooke Schaefer. She's going to be live from Cape Canaveral Monday morning for this historic launch. She will have live reports and interviews beginning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.